Temu, an online marketplace that's quality is said to rival that of Amazon at similar prices to sites such as Wish. Controversy surrounded the site at its release as a result of its too good to be true prices. However, I want to put that to the test and see if the quality it provides can translate to a competitive Valorant game. On our grind to the top of the leaderboard with the best tools humankind has to offer, this begs the question. On our search for the perfect teammate, we've unanimously decided that people just aren't cutting it. In my previous videos, we've turned to the help of Tense's in-game settings all the way to the complete opposite, AI. It's time we look for some physical help, and what better to look for than a new set of gaming peripherals? For this video, I've tasked myself with finding 2 items of importance on Temu, a new keyboard and a mouse that's good enough to give me aimbot. I've given myself a $50 budget to purchase the best of the best, and that's exactly what I'll be expecting. Before we hop into Temu, check if you're subscribed. It's free and you can always change your mind later. I won't mind. Seriously, just forget about it. Moving on to Temu. After loading up the site, I was able to get a grasp of what Temu was all about. There was no shortage of sales, so I knew sticking to my budget would be easy. I wasted no time looking for keyboards. The quality of the products wasn't clear yet, but things looked promising. Searching for a while led me to the Yindiao K500 keyboard. It was advertised as a mechanical keyboard, so I knew I couldn't pass it up for that price. Next was what I thought was going to be my final product, a gaming mouse. This is where I started getting excited, but past me knew exactly what future me was getting into. I feel like the theme with cheap mouses is that typically they're a lot flashier looking. Oh, you poor unsuspecting boy. Again, we were able to settle on the cheapest, but by far the coolest looking mouse there. The G5 Gaming Wired Mouse Mechanical Mice Computer Accessories? I thought I was done there, but I came to a shocking realization. Past Zenith says it best. You know, what gaming setup is complete without a piece of RGB? So we decided on the most eye-catching and affordable thing we could find. So what was the total damage? We literally met the budget to the cent. If you round it down by 1. All that was left was to wait for the packages to arrive. It arrived! An exclusive! It's a piece of shit. Here it is in all its glory. The keyboard that's supposed to end Valorant. You know how earlier I mentioned that it was advertised as mechanical? Well, what does this look like to you? So let's see how it looks when it's plugged in. I can't lie, it looks pretty clean. And at least this time it's working. Let's just move on to the part all of you mech heads want to see. The sound test. Yeah, it's membrane. There's not much to expect. Next was the part I was personally most excited for. Our gaming accessory G5 mouse gaming something. Honestly, look how cool this thing looks. I just hope it doesn't crash my OB. Let's get it over with again. The sound test. It sounds like your typical gaming mouse, which is pretty promising. Spoiler alert, there's something seriously wrong with it, but you'll have to keep watching to find out what. Finally, for the centerpiece of our setup. A DIY project. I hope nothing goes wrong. Cue the time-lapse music. After 30 minutes, it was complete, and I cherish it more than my future firstborn child. If you couldn't tell, I'm very, very white. So the video I had to follow on this QR code, well...
下面呢，我给大家带来这个郁金香的一个制作教程啊。首先，我们收到的这些材料包呢，有一个花啊，灯扇呢，我们现在已经给它解开了。解开的时候呢，大家可以看一下你们自己。
2 weeks of preparation have led up to this moment. We get to finally test the true mark that Temu has made on gaming. Will this change how we play Valorant forever? To help us find out, I invited some friends along.
Player standing.
Temu mouse, you have a Temu mouse.
No. He took your Vandal deck.
Stay in range of my stim beacon.
Bum,
Blow
bum,
them
bum,
down.
bum,
Stimming home with the big Valorant money.
Hi, my name is Afro. What's up, y'all?
I am a literal, lyrical little nigga with an ear full of peer, mirror, sheer, interfered, clear middlemen, flowing active, coping out with the coke bag, hold back, flow chance, shows growing in advance, knowing the fast, blowing the past, hoping the coping and knowing the dance, flowing and roaming and leaving us over the dope of the beat, the slow of the stand.
Tokyo monster.
Godzilla rockin', knockin', illa stomping on the killer marker, on the somber cocky villain with the promise scriptures.
You wall us instead, see? Zag!
City zombies over the city, posting ovaries in them, stirring the soup. First verse, earning a loop, earn worse words, you a doofus. Hold out, roll full, roll town, lower pound, sure amount, white, cheesy people like you, full house, Mike, seeing evil, even bleeding, sheep are rolling down, even Stevens dreaming of meeting the master, that's KRS. Rap attack, lead the rest, half that.
Respect your name.
I'm laughing and I'm stacking all that.
Oh my god.
Let's begin it like this. The
What's
definition of
this?
a rap flow. I'ma reinvent it like this. Let's begin it like this. The definition of a rap flow. I'ma reinvent it like this.
Medicine, eminent, feminine, sentimental with edges of leather metal, settled and envision, listen to Ed, a minimum, let it rip it a little bit, sitting a villain, I'm feeling a little bit envy, in a bit, envy, with a heavy rhythm, sending, training, lazy, raising, the mason, aces, the Asian faces, stay your lane in the rapist cave and laid in the safe havens, master is the hazardous, half magical, black kid stabbed and catapult, rap fashionable, I'm half of animal slash cannibalistic, aneurysm trapped in the mandible, grab and wisdom in a manifold, MC, Lock him taught me to grab the microphone, and
you're an egoist,
try to
dude.
hide you from a snotty nose. I am on the word of savior, robbing all the virgin players, robbing urban betrayers to swerving lies. I'm in the urge for learning of the maker, serving a murderous rage, a Sherman and burning it with affirmative data, earning the wit, burning the matches. 16-year-old kid murdering burdens, asserting the damage. Motherfucker, you don't understand. Kick you in the head like Ray did the Macklemore legend never die. Stop phasing out, avoid that annoying.
Let's begin it like this. The definition of a rap flow. I'ma reinvent it like this.
In the game that really mattered, we lost it all. There were 2 flaws that I have to point out. The first being how strong the sensor on the bottom of the mouse was. Any micro adjustment you make to your wrist will be picked up, which makes quick turns a little more difficult. The second being a teammate by the name of Zach. Now that I have no use for these peripherals, how about we pay him a little visit in person?
Attacker.
Terrible game.
What are you doing here?
I just wanted to thank you for being such a great teammate.
No! No! No!